Hello everyone and welcome to some Need for Speed Payback. Today I'm here with the Mitsubishi EVO 9 and this is a race build because somebody has suggested it. So let's get started and see what we can do to this thing and then I'll take it out, I'll drive it and I'll see what it's like. So I maxed this thing out to level 399. I could have gotten some better parts, to be completely honest with you guys, but I mean I spent all of my points. I've spent a lot of money. I only got a little bit of money back recently because I sold a couple of cars and I also did the race a couple of times just to get a little bit of money back so I can actually build this car. So I have money to actually build this thing. But yeah, I spent all my trading cards or trading spare parts things or whatever, and this is pretty much all I've gotten. It was pretty hard to get like decent parts, so this is pretty much where we are here. So now I'm gonna say now, probably with some better parts it would be a little bit faster, but for now, this is pretty much what we have to work with. So let's have a look and see what we can do to this thing. Since this is going to be sort of a time attack car, I'm gonna go ahead and try to build this thing so it looks a little bit like a race car. And also, I'm gonna go ahead and try not to put similar body kits to what I've done in the past, which I know I've done this in the past. I know about the hood and everything, so I'm gonna try do some different things this time. The cool thing about this is I can have a crazy diffuser on if I put this kit on. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep this kit on. I just go with the full Voltex kit all around. I think that might work well. Some big side skirts, or not side skirts, I mean big counters as well on the side there. We can go a little bit wide body as well, which I will end up doing. Which one's nicer? Is it? Nah, it's definitely this one. Definitely this one. Like, it goes out wide and it just doesn't look terrible, so... oh, come on. Why isn't the rear end... Like, why can't we get the same sort of part for a rear end? Well, you know what? We'll just go with that anyway, just because it's slightly wider. I don't like that. That just looks terrible. Some of these kits look absolutely terrible. This one, I guess, because it's just nice and simple, but... Jesus. Alright, we'll go with the rear bumper as well. Sure. Voltex kit for the rear end. Diffuser, we'll add that on as well. Again, since we're building this thing as a little race car. Or time attack car, I guess. Parts like this should go on. I can't see, game. Like, this mechanic of just like having a specific angle when I'm changing the exhaust is kind of annoying. Because I can't actually see. This is pretty much the same as stock. I mean, we'll try to choose something similar, I guess, to the way this one. There we go. So 3-inch tilted always goes well. Why does it stick out so much? That's kind of one thing I kind of don't really like, the way it sticks out that much. This is just the same. I think that's just carbon fiber. Anything else? I don't want to put one of those type of wings on it. I really don't. I mean, I like this wing as well, but if we had this wing and then put this wing on top of it or something like that, I think that'd be kind of cool to do. But yeah, I'll probably just go with this one because I think it's carbon fiber on the inside or at the top, so that's probably something a little bit different. Taillights, I don't want to change the taillights. I like the taillights a lot on this EVO 9, so I don't really want to change those. For the headlights, I don't think I want them tinted either. I think they're just fine the way they are. The windows, I guess we can tint them just very slightly. Side mirrors, I like the side mirrors. I think we could go with some street style ones. I think we can go with these ones, make it a little bit more interesting. Anything else that we could change? I don't really think so. I think that's pretty much it that we can change on the exterior of this thing. We've changed the front bumper, we've changed the diffuser, we've changed the hood. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So it looks decent. I'm not gonna lie. I like the Oz wheels, or they're not Oz, are they? They're BBSs actually on this car. Yeah. Next step is the wheels. Let's try to see if I can find myself a good set of wheels for this thing. And I'll be right back. Alright, I think these wedge sport wheels are just perfect for this car. So this is what I ended up putting on. For the tires, I'll go with some tires, I guess. I'll change some tires. Just put Need for Speed text on them, I think. That would be perfectly fine. Let's do the same for... Whoops. Let's do the same for the front. And I think that's pretty much it for that. I think for the actual rim color... we'll see. We'll see what the rim color is going to be like after we change the actual paint on the exterior of this thing. Obviously, we're going to have to lower this a little bit. Just enough. I'm not going to slam it to the ground. Not a big fan of a fully slammed Evo, but this is nice and neat. It looks good. Let's go ahead and delete one. I can't delete that because that's still in my garage. I can delete this because I sold my Skyline. And if you go to the community, we can see what sort of design I can actually add on this thing. I could go with the Fast and the Furious design if I really, really wanted to. I kind of don't. And this one doesn't really look that clean. Like, this one's a little bit better. This was a little bit better than the previous one. I'm not going to go with anything like that. I think this design I used already? Did I use this design? I think I used something similar to that. Yeah, anyway, we're not going to go with blue. Because I know I've chosen blue before. So, we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to go through a bunch of these and then see if I can choose something interesting. And I'll add that on. Okay, well, I was going to be like, I really don't want to choose red again for one of these EVOs, but I mean, look how good this looks. Look how clean and nice this looks. Just everything about it. Just the little stickers, the design, and then the carbon fiber hood and arches. Look how good this looks, especially with the gold wheels. I really like this. I'm not gonna lie. I really, really like the way this looks. So I'm putting this on. That looks really good. That looks really, really good. I'm really, really happy with this design. That looks really clean. I like it. Well, let's keep that, and let's bring our 900 EVO to a truck now, and then see if it's any good to drive. And I'll show you guys. Well, actually, I've already driven, so I know what it's like. So I'm not gonna lie and tell you guys I don't know what it's like to drive. Let's drive it for the first time. I've already driven it. I know what it's like, but I'll show you guys what it's like, and I'll explain to you guys if the car is good or bad. So let's start driving it. Obviously, first of all, I'm gonna say it right now. Acceleration wise, it's pretty fast. It's pretty fast in a straight line. Now the main thing as a race car, it's supposed to go around corners quickly, and is it good at that? That's a good question. I'll show you guys why it's not a very good car as a race car. And then after that, I think I'm gonna try something a little bit different as well. Just because it's my first time doing it, and I haven't actually attempted it yet. I want to see what sort of lap time I can get. So I'll do this event twice. One I will do it with Break the Drift, and the other one I'll do it without Break the Drift, because I honestly have not driven a car without Break the Drift. I think probably since the very, very start of the game, just to see what it's like, and I cannot remember what it's like. So I think the next lap, well, not next lap, like the next attempt I do of this event with this EVO, I'm gonna try to do a whole race with it just being without Break the Drift. Because right now with Break the Drift, it's not even that fast. It's quick, right? It does a pretty decent job. Actually, no, never mind. I haven't actually driven this car once I've put all the parts on it. I've driven the car when it was like level 370 something. That's the last time I've actually driven this car. And it wasn't the best at handling. It still isn't the best at handling. There's still a long way to go, but it definitely wasn't this fast. Yeah, taking this last corner here is a joke for this car. It just can't do it properly. I can't slow down fast enough in time, and it doesn't turn in enough, right, to be able to do what I want to do. Like, the front end just doesn't turn in enough when I Break the Drift. I have to like slow down so much for it to be able to do what I want it to do. So we'll see what sort of time we can squeeze out with this thing, and then we'll try one race without Break the Drift and see what sort of time I can squeeze out there as well. I need to stop doing that. I'm slowing down a little bit too much and I'm going on the inside, but I don't know how to control this car yet, because I haven't driven it enough. So bringing it all the way to the outside, every time I've smashed off the wall. That's why I'm sort of on the dirt most of the time. So let's try this again. On the outside. See what I mean? Like, I'm just stuck to the wall after that. Alright, 149. Alright, we'll keep a 149. 149 is not terrible. I'll stick to 149. It's not bad. Now I kinda wanna try. Ooh, there we go. Maybe this is a better part. Is it? No, because it's gonna get rid of all of my outlaw parts, so I'm not gonna do that. So now I'm gonna go ahead and just put on stability control, because that's pretty much brake the drift. And let's have a look and see what it's like if I don't brake the drift. Let's see what happens. Or if it just decides not to start sliding every time. This is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be really, really interesting. I haven't ever actually driven like this in so long. This is weird. This is really weird. I have to actually slow down for corners to take them. That's just funny. That's really funny. If I turn it a little bit too much, it'll slow down. There you go. I'm showing you guys that I can't really brake the drift. I just tap the brakes, nothing happens. My car just slows down. Alright, slow down before the corner. I think I'm slowing down just a little bit too much. This is weird, trying not to drive the way I usually do in this game. This is the fastest I can take that corner, around 156, 155 miles per hour. That is terrible. I usually take that corner, especially the Koenigsegg, for example. I take that corner at like... Oh god. I take that corner at like over 200 miles per hour with brake the drift. Can I use my handbrake? Maybe I can just use my handbrake for the last corner. That'll help. I don't know. I'll try it. So start slowing down. Okay, I can use my handbrake to do this, but like... It's not really the same thing. I'm still sort of brake to drifting, but I'm just not using my foot brake. I'm just using my handbrake to brake the drift. That's not really good. I think I want to try this. I want to try... See if I can brake... I'm just doing it so I can finish this. That's why I'm using my handbrake. I want to try see if I can get myself a level 399 car and then go ahead with a level 199 car and try see if I can break the 2-minute mark just by not using brake to drift, because this thing is a joke when I'm not using brake to drift. It's just funny to drive because it's terrible. But with brake to drift is okay. The last corner still struggles at because I can't like really slow down properly and take that corner at the angle that I want. I'm blaming all-wheel drive for that, because I feel like a lot of cars with all-wheel drive have the same problem, and I think there's only like pretty much just the cars that have rear-wheel drive would take all these corners so easily at really, really high speeds. So I think I'm gonna blame that. I'm gonna blame the all-wheel drive system on this thing. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys very much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed today's video. Hopefully you liked this Evo, and thank you for the suggestion. Whoever suggested it, I really do appreciate it. If you guys have any other not questions, if you guys have any other suggestions, you guys want to see any specific builds on the channel, please go ahead and leave them down in the comments below, or you can follow me on Twitter and leave them there. I feel like it's a little bit easier for me to see them on Twitter because I don't really get a lot of tweets directed at me a lot. So when I see stuff on Twitter where it's just that, then I'll notice it a little bit easier. But YouTube comments still work. So if you want to continue to just do YouTube comments, feel free to just do that. But Twitter and Instagram and all that stuff, as usual, is in the description down below. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed today's video, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.